Welcome back. As always, it's a busy time at the Madison Symphony Orchestra, and to give us a glimpse on what's coming up is the maestro himself, Mr. John DeMaine. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
So tell us what's happening this month. It's the end-of-season concert.
This is our final concert of the season, and we always try to do something quite special and quite spectacular.
So what's going to happen?
Well, 2 years ago, we did an all-Gershwin concert that sort of, well, it sold tickets through the roof, and the audiences really loved it. And I wanted to do a similar kind of concert, but I wanted to do all different music. So I've created not only a Gershwin concert, but I thought about all the composers that he influenced. And of course, I could never begin to do them all. We'd be in the concert house for a month. But we're going to open the first half of the concert with all Gershwin, and I'm going to start up with Strike Up the Band Overture, and then we have this prodigy pianist, Garrick Olson, who's only 18 years old, who won and appeared on our Final Forte and has won competitions with us, and he's just amazing. And he'll play the I Got Rhythm variations for piano and orchestra.
Okay.
And then we have three singers. Ron Raines, who won a Tony nomination for a recent revival of Follies. Karen Olivo, who won the Tony for her performance as Anita in West Side Story a couple of years ago in New York. And Emily Brisson, who's a soprano who's in the Young Artist program at the Chicago Lyric Opera.
Wow.
And we will do some Gershwin medleys with them. And then I'm going to close the first half with a work called Catfish Row, which Gershwin put together himself from his opera Porgy and Bess, which is going to hear music that unless you see the opera, you don't normally get to hear. So that's going to be a feature with the orchestra.
Sure.
Then in the second half, we're going to open with Bernstein's Overture to Candide. Emily's going to sing Glitter and Be Gay. Ron is going to sing some Harold Arlen. Karen Olivo is going to do the great song Losing My Mind from Follies. And then the two ladies are going to sing A Boy Like That from West Side Story. And I'm going to end the concert with the symphonic dances from West Side Story, which is a great, great work.
And despite it being the final concert of the season, why do you think this is so popular? I mean, you told me 2 years ago, Gershwin, just the tickets were flying off the shelves.
Well, Gershwin for us is our American composer who probably was the first one to create an American sound. You know, he did what a lot of European composers do, which in his concert music, he tapped into the folk and pop idioms of the country at the time. You know, the Negro spiritual was certainly influencing Porgy and Bess, and jazz was his big thing. And he sort of created pieces like Rhapsody in Blue,
right,
American in Paris, Porgy and Bess, that incorporated the vernacular into a concert work. And of course, he's adored worldwide. And but I'm always amazed by him because, you know, he died of a brain tumor at he was only like 36 or about 36 years old. I mean, he was very, very young. And what he did in that time, all those movies that he wrote, all the Broadway shows, all those incredible songs, and Porgy and Bess, which to this day is still considered the great American opera. So we idolize him, and we should. And of course, people like Leonard Bernstein, who I had and Stephen Sondheim, who I've had the privilege of knowing in my lifetime, I know. I mean, Leonard, when I first conducted Porgy and Bess, Leonard Bernstein knew every note of that score, and he had never conducted it, and he had every note in his head. That's how much Gershwin influenced our contemporary composers.
So give us the dates on this final concert of the season.
May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon.
All right, John DeMaine, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Michael.
We'll be right back.